Hey everybody, Psychosaurus is here. Welcome back to Age of Empires Online. And well, today we're not gonna play. We have another update, and oh boy. I kinda don't like it, to be honest, to a certain degree. But let's get to it. So, server back online, changelog, return to Tarzos quest pack now available. And we'll go through that later. So, basically, what you need to know, if you remember the old Tarzos quest, United Tribes, Opes, Timbra, Holy Man, those have been reworked and new quests have been added, and we'll go through that. But for now, that's all you need to know. Okay, nothing map updates. Legendary Get Back fixed an issue where the Norse only spawned with their melee scout. So if you remember, I did the Get Back recently, and I was somewhat angry that I started only with the melee scout, since my range scout was the one with the line of sight gear. So I kinda was not that happy about it, because limited line of sight is not nice. You need to see so you can start building as soon as possible. So yeah, that was a bug that should have been fixed now. Siege you on the other side. I think this is the one from Zabol. Fix the bug where having your priest die before you converted the war wagon didn't fail the optional. Yeah, that's a bug. I don't know anything about it. I didn't play those quests that much. Fixed an issue where the Norse Farby order didn't receive the intended buff to its baseline Pierce Armor 0.85. So yeah, there was supposed to be buff and Farby orders didn't get it. Now I wonder if actually Celtic Rams did get it, so I should check that. But yeah, what I'm confused about is why is this under map updates, to be honest. I would kind of get it if it was bug fixes, but not the map updates, to be honest. But oh, well, we got the bug fixes, and I'm not gonna go through this, because from what I saw when I was reading this is actually the same bugs from the previous update. And literally, it's the same about the Roman civilization, starting with Persian units, Egyptian civilization with the priestess of Ra getting stuck, and the Roman global quest being affected by the rotations. It's literally the same. I was talking about that. I don't know why this is here, whether if official fixes this one or someone just copied something and didn't check it out. Oh well. But let's move on. Quest updates. Celtic Invasion of Rome quest pack. Fabio, our rich man, made some adjustments to the unit spawn system from the northern enemy bases. So I wonder what this one does, to be honest. I want to know. I'll check that out and see if it's worth making another video with Fabi. Come together, made some adjustments to the quest map to allow Celts to properly build their gold mines on the map's gold deposits. Yeah, that is one really annoying thing when you're playing as Celts and there's a gold mine and you cannot build your gold mine on it. That's just perfect, okay? So hopefully you should be able to build them properly now, but who knows? Only a northern town, get back, made adjustments to some forests in the map to prevent enemy units from walking through. So yeah, I hope, especially the get back, I was talking about it, that there is like a hole they can go through and I need to wall it off as well. Or I should have just built a wall further, a little bit further. That would have helped as well. But yeah, this was really annoying. Definitely in get back, only northern town. This one depends. I think if you're player 1 and you go north, I know in those trees there are holes, or there were, but not sure if they are still there. I know about those, but otherwise I wouldn't really care about the northern town. Sea of Holes. Remove the starting H3 armory upgrades from the AI. So yeah, that's, if you have noticed that they actually started with H3, but from what I saw, they actually didn't get the full value of the armory text at all from the beginning. I think this was the case in Sea of Holes. I think I saw it somewhere as well. But yeah, they didn't get the full value out of them. Even I think even the Northern Town has that as well. Where they have like the third tier, but they don't get the full value out of it for some reason. Don't ask me why. It's something maybe like with the multipliers in some quest. Who knows? Worth checking out. But yeah, this should make definitely easier on you when you are dealing with the damn merchant transports this early. So that should definitely help you defend early. So we'll see. Don't let me down. Made minor adjustments to the quest map. I wonder what happened there. Siege of Clusium added a free starting augur for Celts. I didn't need it, and I did beat the Clusium as Celts. I am happy for it. I don't need an augur there. I don't need it in Rome as well. Yeah, Invasion of Rome, same thing. Augur for Celts. To put a comment, if I'm not mistaken, all of the 5-star legendary quests should have now a starting augur for you when you're playing as Celts. Why? Because rights are an important part of the Celtic civilization, and without the augur, you cannot use the rights. So yeah, you're losing pretty good bonuses from there. But yeah, from my opinion, you don't really need it. But yeah, just missing on it kind of makes it feel bad for the Celts, because again, it's an important part of the Civ. So definitely, it's a nice change. And if you lose the augur, hey, no rights for you. That's your punishment. So keep him alive. Conquest of the 9 Realms quest pack. Now this is one first part where I'll be like a little bit annoyed, but okay. Midgard, replace the build no markets option objective with train no caravans. Change the color of all enemies to red. I have nothing against it, although I could live without the markets, but still, markets are important. You need them for trading the resources, so having no markets is definitely worse than caravans. Jotunheim made several difficulty adjustments and increased the timer for the time challenge by 5 minutes. If I'm not mistaken, that 5 minutes goes to destroying the nearby fortress, which is like at the crossroad. And I haven't played the repeatable or elite version of the Jotunheim ever. Actually, I've never touched it. I don't think I've ever touched the Well of Earth elite quest. I know I did the chopping the trees and mining the stone repeatables, but I haven't done these. So maybe I should check it out just to see. But yeah, from what I saw, some screenshots, damn, there was a lot of units. So I wonder how Jotunheim is doing. Vanaheim, split the option objective to 2 separate ones. Traino Priest plus Traino Siege. Okay. So that means just more rewards for you. Muspelheim, replace the Traino Cavalry optional objective with Traino Palindron Stone Throwers or Log Throwers. Made several optimizations to the quest map to improve performance. I feel like Muspelheim was pretty fine as it was, but what I'm really sad about this is the Traino Cavalry. Why? Why are we replacing this? Again, with the same boring Traino Palindrons instead of Traino Cavalry. Come on. This kind of restriction was really nice because you don't really see these restrictions that often these days. And now we are even removing them? Come on. And I don't even think there's that many no cavalry optionals. I could think of like no infantry, but like no cavalry. I would have to check. The only one I could think of was like Sardes, and then there's like the Nikaya one, but that one is just making you to go on water purely. So I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, I would have to check which ones are preventing you to train cavalry, but yeah, one less. And I just don't know why. Muspelheim, like, I mean, you could train before, but it was not really needed to go Palindron, Stone Throwers, or Log Throwers. But like cavalry, I feel like some saves can make suddenly such much faster time of Muspelheim because of this, and it just makes me sad. Because hey, no cavalry, that's interesting one. Hey, you cannot go Lancers as Babylonian suddenly. Go infantry, come on. Yeah, or just do the chariot archers, whatever. Come on, try the other units. They're not as bad as they might look. Niflheim made adjustments to the quest's lighting setting. I'm fine with that. Svartalfheim split the option objective to 2 separate ones and change Train No Siege to Train No Palintrons, Stone Throwers, or Log Throwers. And I don't know why this is here. Train No Priest plus Train No Siege, because Svartalfheim definitely did not have Train No Priest in its quest, but rather build no towers. If I remember correctly, you had the time challenge for destroying TCs, and the other one was actually no siege, no towers. So I don't know why no priest is here. I checked it. It's still no towers in the quest description, so no need to worry about it. But yeah, what I really like about this is that it grants you additional chests for its rewards, because hey, more secondary objectives. So that's really nice. And like, again, we are less restricting this quest, and now we can go siege. So that means as Romans, you can go onagers, as Greeks, ballistas, as Egyptians, you can go catapults, you can go Scorpios, whatever. You have the option here, but I just feel like I don't like this, like reducing the restriction. I feel like that no siege was just fine. I just don't see the reason why. Alfheim, replace the train no siege option objectives with train no Palinton, stone throwers, or log throwers. Again, reducing the restrictions. I just don't know what's going on here. Like, I feel like the restrictions are nice because, hey, at least you cannot do the same thing all over again. And if you do, hey, you just don't get that many rewards. So I was glad that these existed, but now I'm like, dude, am I just gonna go again Hippaspis or Hoplites with ballistas in Alfheim? Am I gonna do that? Why? I can just go Gastras, just fine. But yeah, that's boring one. That's boring one. But yeah, honestly, oh wait, Alfheim, this one. I'm just sad. Asgard. Replace the train no cavalry, which did not exist in Asgard. It's just a mistake here. Optional objective with train no Palinton, stone throwers, or log throwers. Make your optimizations to the quest map to improve performance. I wonder about the performance, but hey, there was no optional for no cavalry. There was optional for no siege, so that one is changed. Okay, just so you know. Again, this block, when I open it, and I think I kept it open since I opened it for the first time. Yeah, it has a lot of mistakes here. God dang it. Again, I just hate reducing the restrictions, okay? The quests were made this way. They had these restrictions from the beginning. Why suddenly we are changing that? Why? For what reason? Oh boy, I cannot go cavalry here. Oh boy, I guess I'll never play the quest. Well, that's your problem. I just feel like whatever. I don't know. I feel like devs are suddenly like making it. They're less restrictive, or how should I say it? I feel like they're becoming too soft on the players. That's my opinion. Like making it easier because hey, not suddenly you can do whatever you want. Just no Palintons. Like, come on. And Helheim made sort optimization to the quest map to improve performance. Replace the train no siege option objective with train no Palintorons, stone throwers, or log throwers. So pretty much the same, and it's pretty much allowing siege on. I think that's all of them. Muspelheim and Niflheim already had those available to them. At least Niflheim, you can go Palintorons. At least some of the quests can still keep the Palintorons. I don't know. I don't know. Like one way. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say this way. I seriously dislike that these restrictions are being so changed this much. And second of all, I seriously hate that Muspelheim is getting the lock throwers removed, because out of the 2 legendary quests that had the option to go with Palintorons, now there's only one. That's Niflheim. And this is seriously making me annoyed. Because at least I could have gone with Lock Forward somewhere. No, now I cannot. Great. Instead of what? Instead now I can train Cavalry, which I can train in most of the other quests. Like, I lose quests where I can train Lock Throwers. Which there is a lot of quests that restrict using Polytrons. But remove the restriction for no Cavalry, which there is not that many. Seriously, I seriously need to take a look at it and just see how many legendary quests actually have these kind of restrictions, because I am seriously annoyed with these changes, because again, we're just gonna hate Polytrons again here, because why not? Cannot give them a chance to be used, and if you get the chance, it's just, yeah, the buildings are just so far away, you cannot really use them that well. Oh well. Well, let's move on. Rostam and Zabol, quest pack. Turanian trouble. Spread out the nearby gold mines to allow the Celts to use gold mines again. Spread out the stone mines to allow more villagers to mine at once. Fix the rewards for the repeatable and elite version. Added a free starting augur for Celt players and rebalanced the difficulty some. So yeah, again, it's about Celts with the gold mines. Because again, Celts have this one nice building, and when you cannot use it, well, that's not nice. Spread out the stone mines. I was fine the way it was, actually. I felt like I just put few villages on the stone and it was fine. I just mine all the stone. But okay. And fix the rewards for repeatable and elite versions. Yeah, I hope so, because if I had to say playing elite versus playing legendary, if you can beat elite, you most likely can beat a legendary one. So yeah, but some different rewards. Like, come on, elite felt like a waste of time. So I wonder how it's now. Again, augur for the Celts, because they kind of want to use the rights. That's pretty much it. Rebalance the difficulty sum. So of this whole block, I hope this one is really gonna be interesting, because one of the most annoying things about this quest is if you destroy a wanderer, the AI will just go crazy. And I'm not joking. They just go crazy. They start sending those units in. No problem. They just can't keep spawning them. And you have to like defend, and then you don't even get a window to attack. It's so annoying. So to kind of avoid that, you would have to destroy some TCs to make it a little bit easier on you. And actually, I've tested it, and I destroyed 2 TCs. Suddenly, it was much easier after destroying the Wanderer. Not joking. So I got this one-time experience. Maybe I'll do the Turanian trouble soon enough. We'll see. Return the favored totally Turanian joint forces. Made some adjustments to the quest maps to allow Celts to properly build their gold mines on the map's gold deposits. Yeah, again, it's about the gold mines. That's pretty much it. Just deserts. Lower the resources required for the time challenge, and you no longer need to destroy the orange AI to finish the quest. So basically the quest became easier with the time challenge as well as overall, because you don't have to wait for the AI. Well, you still need to give the AI some resources so it actually trains something and actually defeats the enemy. So I wonder how much. I feel like it was fine the way it was. Like, it was not like super easy, but it was just fine. But I guess you need to defend as well, and like sending all the resources, not nice. Resistance in system. Made adjustments to the quest's lighting setting. Okay. Made adjustments to the quest map's forests so villagers don't get stuck between the trees while gathering wood. Just spread the villagers, that's what I'm gonna say. Spread the villagers, make sure to put them on the outside of the forest, and that should be fine. Added more starting resources to the repeatable and elite versions of the quests, and increased the time for the time challenges. So basically, yes, I would say the main issue here was the elite one, because elite one was so similar to the legendary one. At that point, you might be asking, why am I playing elite one when I can just go ahead and play the legendary one? That's literally That's literally what was the issue here. So the repeatables and elites now have more starting resources and more time for the time challenges. So those quests, although you're playing elite, which is against strong enemy, should be much easier right now. Let's move on. Treasures of the Nile quest pack. The Valley of the Kings added a free starting ogre for Celt players and fixed the rewards for the repeatable and elite versions. Okay, again we got the ogre. Fix the rewards for the repeatable and elite versions. Yes, because for some reason these 5-star repeatable elite versions were just so not rewarding, even less rewarding than some of the easier quests. So that definitely needed some fixing. Added more starting resources to the repeatable and elite versions of the quest and increased the time for the time challenges. So yeah, overall it should be much easier, because again, why would you play elite when legendary is just like that? And one thing that it's not actually saying here, and I had to check it, finally, it took so long, I couldn't believe it. Oh my god, I was starting to turn into a skeleton. Ugh. But finally they fixed the multipliers in Valley of Kings. Finally the enemy AI does not start with the maximum bonuses, so you won't see like camels at the Wanderer with 1.9 times bonus against infantry. Finally. That was super annoying. I checked it. I don't know if it scales. I don't know about that. But for now, they start at the basics. Just one, okay? There is no number additional. So I'll have to definitely check the Valley of Kings again, just to see, hey, the bonuses are now static. They don't change overall, or they scale just like in any other quests with bonuses for the AI. So definitely we need to check Valley of Kings soon enough. The Adventures of Brenos and Commodorios quest pack changed the gear set of the AI on repeatable elite quests to use rare gear instead of epic, so that it is consistent with every other quest pack. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played the repeatable elite versions, because why would I do so when I just have the legendary version? But yeah, if elite had the epic gear, I'm asking why. Why would I play elite when literally I can just go with the legendary one? So that was annoying. Legendary Invasion of Aegitna increased the time challenge timer to 40 minutes from 30 minutes. That's a first good thing here happening. Made the hero unit stronger and removed the objective to keep them alive. So this actually I seriously like about these changes. Probably the best of all changes. Aegitna timer increased to 40 minutes. If you've played Aegitna, try to beat the time challenge. You can even watch my video where I did it as Greeks. It was super annoying. Like, getting it without siege boats, without fire ships, can be so annoying. And you need to destroy so many fortresses, it just takes you so much time. With this, I should be able to do this. I think I did it with like Egyptians, I think Celts maybe. Definitely did with Norse Raiders. That's actually a good one. We can do Aegitna with Norse Raiders. But yeah, definitely, I'm glad that this finally happened. So yeah, this is one really good change, in my opinion. Finally, the challenge is, the timer is just not, if not close, like almost impossible. But yeah, this should definitely help, and made the hero unit stronger and remove the objective to keep them alive. So from what I've read on Discord, the hero units should be like Brenos in the Invasion of Rome. It should be something like that kind of power. So I definitely want to see that in action, and I'm finally glad that you can use the hero units without worrying about losing them, because that was so annoying. I have these two units that are literally pointless that they even exist in this quest, because if I send them to fight, they die really fast. And if I lose them, or even just one of them, it's game over. So this definitely needed some kind of change. So I am definitely glad this happened. Now they are not just waste of space in that quest. You wouldn't really need them. You just have these two units. You need to keep them alive. Okay, just move them into the corner. They just exist there. You don't care about them. So pointless thing. This at least gives them some value. So I'm happy about this change. Definitely. Aiding Socrates quest pack. Megara, Corinth, Calydon. Made some adjustments to the quest maps to allow Celts to properly build their gold mines on the map's gold deposits. Here we go again. Greek Revolt pack. Sardes made several optimizations to the quest map to improve performance. I wonder. Okay, art updates, champion mode changes, Greek, updated, nothing. Okay, other updates. 3 new hotkeys have been added. These hotkeys can be found under the Find Priest Unit Hotkeys section and are unbound by default. Select all Egyptian priestesses of Ra. Select all Celtic druids. Select all Roman clinicuses. So yeah, someone was like, can we have? Is there a hotkey for finding all druids? Well, now you have the druids. Now you have the priestess of Ra. Now you have clinicus. If you wanna use them, hey, look them up and put some hotkey there. Backend changes. Tarzos has been added back to the quest rotation system, repeatable, elite, legendary. The duration of all several rotation sets have changed. 9-day sets, duration reduced to 8 days from 9, legendary Rome, Athens, Lodi, Rakotis. So yeah, people were complaining like that these rotations take too long, so hey, can we get it reduced? Okay, 1 day down. I think I'm pretty fine with that. I don't really care about it that much these days, but yeah, it's nice. But what I really liked about this that Rome has just ended, and because of the maintenance, the rotations reset. Guess what was on the menu again? Rome Legendary 1. Hell yeah, that was awesome. That was funny. I had to laugh. But yeah, all these changes in the description if you want to look at them yourself. But let's move on to the Tarzos quest pack finally, which partially was reworked, partially was added new quest. So, quest pack details. Pretty much you're just going to Tarzos again, it's pretty much the same thing. You talk to Marcus Pollux, you arrive to Tarzos to the trader, you have to complete some quest to actually complete the quest line, and then you get access to the repeatables. Now, good news is that I tried it and there are only 4 quests. And it's the original ones you know from before. You can actually look up my playthrough for the Tarzos quest. I did them some time ago, I think as Romans it was. I did. So you have the quest United Tribes, you have Holy Man, you have Timbra and Opis. Those quests are there, but they have been changed. So I might have to redo those quests again at some point. But probably not now. I'll wait for the Indians for that, just so it's fun, because with the other civs I just have the legendary pieces of gear there now. So it won't be that interesting. So I'll wait for the Indians to actually remake these. But most likely it's about the same. I mean, United Tribes is pretty much the same, except that you can look around the map and find a few extra units to help you. Holy Man, the map is a little bit different. The enemy is not Greek. They are not Greeks, but they are Babylonians. And then, from what I saw, they trained mainly the infantry with some ranged units from the Orange base. But what seriously made me angry about the Holy Man is the fact that now when you convert the villagers, you're not converting your Civ specific villagers. No, you're converting Persian villagers. Always. And that seriously made me so angry and made me feel like this is so unfair. Because if you have Persians and you convert those villagers, you have actually huge advantage if you have some really good gear on them. Why? Because hey, you convert them. Suddenly you have, I don't know, you have like Hammer of Kaveh. Come on, you got 18% gather rates increased. So you gather resources 18% faster. Not only that, you build buildings faster. Come on. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. Not only that, because you have from the other civ, your village, those villagers are not of your own civ. You also cannot build walls. So that's also one other annoying thing. I'll have to check the legendary version of Holy Man yet. because I tried just the quest line, but yeah, it's seriously annoying. It's seriously unfair, and I kind of want to remind PF2K because I seriously want this to be changed properly so that you convert your own villagers. Because this similar thing happened in one other quest, which was the New Rebellion, where when you were playing the quest, you started with Greek walls and Greek towers, but that got changed. So your civ starts with that civ specific walls and towers. That was changed. That mattered, right? That you could change that. So come on, change this as well, because this is really unfair. This is seriously unfair. If you're not Persian, you already have this advantage during that quest. So that's my critique about the Holy Man, mainly. Other than that, it's pretty much the same quest. There are no Hippicon waves. That's actually kind of sad because I like that it added some kind of challenge to the quest. That you suddenly, hey, you need to be ready for those super buffed Hippicons. But okay, we can live without those. Honestly, the whole top side of the map was removed. There's no TC that would be spawning. No, there would be spawning no another villager. No village at all, actually. I think there are also no resources. There's also like this one separated part of land. Treasure camps are pretty much the same locations. The bases are just Babylonians. The walls, well, it's just the base quest, so I need to check the legendary version. But yeah, I'm seriously angry about the villagers. Timbra is actually nice. I kind of like Timbra. That one is actually a nice quest. It has been actually changed, so you don't have like these free watch posts that you need to send units towards them to hold them and defend them for a long time before the timer or whatever. No, now you have to build fortresses in front of like one of the free bases. You hold it for 10 waves, and then you just go and destroy that base. That's pretty much the whole quest, and you do that 3 times. That's it. Otherwise, it's the same Timbra you'll see. Croesus is there. You just cannot destroy the walls before the waves are killed. To start the waves, you build a fortress. Once you're in there, destroy everything, capture the wonder. That's pretty much the whole quest now. And last one, Opus, that one is pretty much the same. That one is pretty much the same with differences like, remember that mountain where the enemy unit spawned? That no longer happens. The enemies are not spawning units there anymore. So no more infinite spawn. You can just walk around the mountain, completely ignore it. There are just the towers there, and that's it. So the quest now behaves as your typical normal quest, where the enemy has a base, it trains units from the production buildings, and now you can destroy them to slow them down. That's pretty much the whole change. Your starting location has been changed, so you have like more space, and now you can play it in co-op as well. So yeah, if you ask me, the quest became more boring to me. And I did try the legendary version, and it became seriously so boring to me. Like I don't find it that enjoyable now, right now. And now we also got some new quests. So don't cry, for example. Here, I don't need your civil war, Mazandaran, whatever. We have new quests, so we definitely need to take a look at those. Maybe I'll remake the legendary quests as well. Opus, Timbra, and Holy Man. We'll take a look at them, but I am not remaking it for all the saves I did before. No, obviously we're gonna play with some saves we didn't before. And I think, I don't remember when was the last time I did Timbra. Nor do I remember when I did the Holy Man. I know Opus happened quite often, but Holy Man definitely is gonna need some revisit, and yes, Timbra definitely needs some revisit. Okay, those are the quests. Now you finish the quest line, you just finish Opus, suddenly you have the repeatables. That's all that's happening here. Other than that, Tarzos is looking different a little bit again. And most important, if you complete all the legendary quests, all the repeatables, Not the quest line, okay? Once you complete the quest line, you have access to the repeatables. Elite, repeatable, and legendary ones. So for those, after completing all of them, you can actually select one of these two legendary items, a tool or merchant log. Now, if we take a look at the stats, the tool, overflowing fruit wagon, movement speed plus 6.8%, gathering all the resources plus 17%. So if you take a look at this, the tool actually does not look really that good, to be honest, because for your villagers, what you will most likely want is something like Hammer of Kaveh or Divine Hammer of Construction. Why? Because you have the building speed there on both tools, plus they give you more than enough gathering rates. But what's most important is the building speed, because movement speed honestly is not that good. Like, you can use it, but it's like, it's such a small bonus, you won't really notice it, and because the gather rates are also lower in comparison to like Kaveh, you'll be better off with Kaveh no matter what. But if you want to build your bases really fast, then Divine Hammer of Construction. This one seems like, this one is rather, you put it on a unit that is mainly about gathering. So for now, there are only villagers, so you could probably put this on your Roman villagers. That is an option. However, I still do not recommend it, because that movement speed, although it looks like a really nice number, is not really going to work for you, because if you do things right, you just build the storehouses next to your resources and your villagers don't go that far, so the movement speed shouldn't be really that worth it for your villagers. Plus, you should have the movement speed and carry capacity wheelbarrow tax for your saves, unless you're Babylonian. Then you have ox cards, but who cares? Because ox cards are really strong. So all I'm gonna say, you don't really need this tool. Preferably pick the merchant log. Extremely tasty carrot. Movement speed 6.5%. Trade 14.1%. This looks really nice, and it might look like it's really strong. And you might be asking, which one is better, this one or the merchant log of the Nile? My answer is merchant log of the Nile is still better overall. However, this one could be preferred in some specific situations. For example, if you have no issue reaching the maximum trade for your caravans, even without the log of the Nile or this, that shouldn't be a problem for you. So if you can easily reach the maximum trade, then this one could be preferred. Other option, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's why you should use it. I think this should cover like the whole thing, whether it's just map where you have a lot of space for that, or it could cover also the maps where you have either co-partner or some AI ally to help you with that. So you shouldn't have issues with in those quests. In those scenarios, I could imagine that this would be a better choice. However, if you're like me and prefer to play solo, most likely you will prefer the Merchant Log of the Nile, because sure, that there are quests where you can reach like the maximum trade rate, but there are also a lot of quests where you don't really reach it that easily. So I would still say use the Merchant Log of the Nile. It's definitely gonna be better option for some of the more harder quests where you just gotta go that long distance, and so hey, you're limited, so you want to maximize the performance there. So that's definitely a better option for you. But I'm still gonna say pick this, and where you can put this actually is on your merchant transports. For them, you can obviously use them for trading, and again, Merchant Log of the Nile would be better option. However, merchant transports are not used only for trading. Most of the times, you don't really use them for trading. You rather use them for transportation. Guess what? Movement speed is really nice for that. So that's why I'm gonna say pick this, put it on your merchant transports. That's all I have to say. Now, obviously, you can disagree. So yeah, go ahead, try it. It's your choice. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, if you want to thank the people behind this, okay, it's here. I'll put this also in the in the video description, so you can check it out for yourself. And that's pretty much it from me. So yeah, tell me what do you think about these changes. Do you like them? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I bet there's gonna be a lot of people who disagree with me, but oh well, that's why we are so different. We have so many different opinions, and that's why I wish there were so many different maps, not like every map with just no palinterons. Oh well, what can we do? But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please press the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time. And oh boy, I need to do these quests, but I want to do something before that. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.